President Ghani, I have appreciated your friendship for many years, and I also commend you for your great vision for this beautiful country with such a great potential. And Secretary Mattis, I deeply value your experience and knowledge at this time of turbulence and many challenges. I commend you both on your leadership, and I'm honored to be here in Kabul today with Secretary Mattis and to meet with you, President Ghani. Our presence here together reflects our renewed commitment to bringing stability and peace to the people of Afghanistan. During our visit, I will have the privilege of meeting Afghan and coalition forces. Around 13,000 troops from 39 different countries serve in our resolute support mission. Around half are US troops, with the rest coming from European allies and our partner nations. Together, they are here to train, advise and assist the Afghan security forces and to help build defense and security institutions, to help make Afghanistan safer and more secure for the people of Afghanistan and for our own people in our own countries. Much progress has been made, but there is still too much violence, still too much instability, and still too much corruption. NATO's presence in Afghanistan has come at a great cost. A human cost. Hundreds of thousands of brave men and women have served under the NATO flag. Thousands have lost their lives, and many more have suffered visible and invisible wounds. There is also a financial cost. The international community has spent billions sustaining our presence and in support of the Afghan forces. So we know the cost of staying in Afghanistan, but the cost of leaving would be even higher. If NATO forces leave too soon, there is a risk that Afghanistan may return to a state of chaos and once again become a safe haven for international terrorism. The last time that happened, it led to the 9/11 terrorist attacks on the United States, in which almost 3,000 people were murdered. We cannot allow that to happen again. NATO leaving would also risk further instability in the region, including refugees fleeing for the safety of Europe. These risks to our own security, to our own societies, and to our own credibility are too great, and they would be devastating for the Afghan people. NATO doesn't quit when the going gets tough. We keep our promises. That is why I very much welcome that many nations have pledged further contributions to our mission here in Afghanistan, including more troops from the United States. And I welcome President Trump's new condition-based approach to Afghanistan and the region. With NATO's help, Afghan forces have come a very long way. Today they lead the fight against Taliban and international terrorist groups, and they are putting real pressure on the enemy. As they do so, we will continue to work with them in many different areas, including supporting Afghan special forces, building up the Afghan Air Force, and strengthening command and control. NATO is committed to funding the Afghan security forces until at least 2020. And we will continue to provide almost $1 billion each year to the Afghan defense and security forces. So we will stay committed, and we count on the Afghan government to make good on its commitments. On key reforms for good governance, the rule of law, fighting corruption, and protecting the rights of all its people, including women and girls. And we need continued efforts towards a lasting, inclusive, political solution to this conflict. The Taliban must understand that they cannot win on the battlefield. They have much more to gain around the negotiating table. I encourage the Afghan government to prepare the ground for peace and reconciliation. So I welcome the Kabul process, the initiative that you, Mr. President, launched in June. You can rely on our support. NATO will continue to support a peace and reconciliation process that is Afghan-led and Afghan-owned. We encourage all countries in the region to support this process, to play a constructive role in helping to stabilize Afghanistan and to shut down sanctuaries for extremist groups. No one underestimates the challenges this country faces. But I know that together we have the resilience and the determination to make Afghanistan stable and secure, for all of its people and for our own security. Thank you once again, Mr. President.